Yo. In the hill, this is for everybody who ever had to choose between dignity and survival, and had to choose survival.
This is concrete gospel.
Yeah.
This is concrete gospel. This is concrete gospel. This is concrete gospel.
Yeah. I grew up where the street lights was the only thing consistent. When fathers left so early, they became almost fictional. Mama working doubles just to keep the heat from quitting, while we learned the laws of streets before we learned our written. Curriculum was sidewalk, graduation was survival. Every block a classroom, every corner had a rival. Not the kind you battle in a boardroom over profits, the kind that makes you check your back before you walk it. I memorized the faces of the plainclothes in the precinct 4. I memorized the presidents that tells you something decent about the education that the concrete really offers. When the system writes you off before you reach the roster of people it was built to serve. We knew that early, knew the hand we've been dealt and held it surely. Not with anger, not with bitterness, with knowledge that the only scholarship available was college. A hard knocks, block clocks, watching older heads navigate the maze between the living and the dead.
This is concrete gospel.
Stone corners, not in churches.
Concrete gospel
that the couple never heard yet. We've been surviving since before surviving was a movement. We've been building since before they noticed we were human.
Concrete gospel.
Written in the language of the street.
Concrete gospel.
Every scar, scripture, every wound to beat. What? I knew a brother sharp as any mind I ever witnessed. Could have been a surgeon with those hands and that precision. Instead he used those hands to feed his mother and his sisters, while the system counted him among his future statistics. He never made the news except the night they took him. Never made the honors list, but everybody knew him as the one who showed up, as the one who never folded, as the one who carried more than he was ever told. He should have had to at that age in that condition. He was 17 and operating like a physician, diagnosing everything the neighborhood was missing, while the politicians drove through once an election. Took a photograph and promised infrastructure, left before the flash faded. Standard procedure, we stopped waiting for the cavalry around the 90s. Started building something real with what was right beside us.
Concrete gospel.
Store corners, not in churches.
Concrete gospel.
That the couple never heard yet. We've been surviving since before surviving was a movement. We've been building since before they noticed we were human.
Concrete gospel.
Written in the language of the street.
Concrete gospel.
Every scar, scripture, every wound to beat. There's a version of this story where I don't make it to this microphone, where the block becomes the biography, and the obituary is the only thing that gets my name in print. I've been to 3 funerals for people who deserve 40 more years minimum. It's not poetry. It's Tuesday in the zip code that the rest of the city drives around, not through. I carry them with me, every bar, every session, every time somebody asks where I got this hunger from. This is where, right here.
Concrete gospel.
This is where. Yeah. We are not our worst statistics. We are not the fear that crosses to the other side of the street when it sees us coming. We are the ones who built the city, brick by brick, while nobody was watching. We are the sermon the system never wanted preached. We are the gospel, written in concrete, and we will not be edited out of our own story. Not today, not ever.
Concrete.
Stone corners, not in churches.
Concrete gospel.
Was that the gospel never heard yet? We've been surviving since before surviving was a movement. We've been building since before they noticed we were human.
Concrete gospel.
Written in the language of the street.
Concrete gospel.
Every scar, scripture, every wound to beat. Concrete.
everybody who didn't.
Concrete gospel.
To remember your names, every single one.
Concrete gospel.
We still here, we still here. We still here, we still here. We still here, we still here, we still here.